You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere. This is your WMDX Daily News Roundup for Mad Radio 92.7 FM and 1580 AM in Madison.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Starting today, you can expect slower traffic on Willie Street during rush hour. Usually, street parking is banned during the heaviest traffic in the morning and evening, but the city's Transportation Commission voted last month to bring parking back. It's an attempt to solve safety issues on Willie Street, where cars crashing into buildings is more common than in other areas of the city. Someone crashed into Mother Fools in May. That's the third time the building's been hit. Willie Street Treasure Shop, Change Boutique, and Ha Long Bay have all had cars ram into their buildings. The Marquette Neighborhood Association pushed for changes, specifically to get rid of the rush hour parking ban. According to Yang Tao from the Traffic Division, they'll also be asking for your feedback.
I'm going to use the public feedback, right? I'm pretty sure people are going to share that experience with us. And so we're developing a survey right now. We'll make sure to capture those and also make sure that, we broadcast, the survey is available.
Now, this change is only temporary. It starts today and will end in about 6 weeks. The Traffic Engineering Division will study traffic patterns and travel times. Meanwhile, another big project starts soon. Next month, work begins to rebuild all of John Nolan Drive. It's quite an undertaking for one of the city's busiest ways to get downtown. It's expected to take about 2 years. Stage 1 is the southbound lanes of John Nolan, and that's set to start in just a few weeks toward the start of October. That part of the Capital City Trail will be closed too. There will be detours for bicyclists and pedestrians. There will be a public meeting for people to get more information about the project on September 22nd. It's a virtual meeting. You can attend from anywhere and ask questions, but you do have to register beforehand. You can find a link to register for the meeting on our website, WMDXradio.com. Wisconsin Democrats say one of their own colleagues threatened to kill them. Democratic leaders, including Minority Leader Greta Neubauer and Assistant Minority Leader Kaylin Haywood, say Milwaukee Representative Sylvia Ortiz-Velez threatened to shoot 3 of her fellow Democrats over disagreements they'd had. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The lawmakers reportedly referred the matter to Capitol Police, and Ortiz-Velez temporarily had her access to the Capitol suspended. At a press conference last week, this is what Minority Leader Neubauer said when she was asked about the situation.
Sylvia Ortiz-Velez informed us that she no longer wished to be a member of our caucus, and per her request, she is no longer a member of the Assembly Democrats, and that's all I'll say on it at this time.
Ortiz-Velez told the Journal-Sentinel that her statements were, quote, poorly worded hyperbole, end quote, and her access to the Capitol has since been restored, according to the State Journal. While she has now left the Democratic caucus, she says she'll remain a Democrat. And Judge Hannah Dugan, accused of trying to help a man avoid being caught by immigration authorities, is set to stand trial in December. And now the man at the center of the case has pleaded guilty to coming back into the U.S. after he was deported. Stuart J. Waddles reports.
Eduardo Flores Ruiz faces federal sentencing October 29th. He's still awaiting trial in state court for a March domestic violence case involving the alleged assault of his roommate and his girlfriend. The Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office says it still wants to take that case to trial. Judge Dugan is accused of helping Flores Ruiz evade federal agents trying to arrest him at the Milwaukee courthouse. Federal prosecutors say she directed the agents away from the courthouse and helped him leave through a restricted door. She's pleaded not guilty and faces a federal trial in December.
That's reporting from Stuart J. Waddles, and I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. You're listening to 92.7 WMDX News.
The Badgers head for Bama. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. College football. The Wisconsin Badgers have a road game Saturday against number 19th ranked Alabama. Kickoff 11 a.m. So how do the players feel about taking on the Crimson Tide? Badgers head coach Luke Fickell.
There's nothing more that you want to do as a competitor than be in the biggest games and the biggest competition out there. And to go to Alabama to play in front of that crowd, to go down there to play, in the SEC country. I think that there's not a guy within our program that isn't say that's one of the reasons why they're here.
NFL, a short week for the Packers. They host the Commanders Thursday night. Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed dealing with a stress fracture in his left foot. I asked how he was doing after Sunday's game against the Lions.
It feels great to win. I'm definitely hurting a little bit, but, thank God. we got some time to recover, put my foot in some ice, and I'll feel better.
Baseball, the Brewers and the Rangers tonight in Texas. Milwaukee losing last night 5-0. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Last week, I said that summer blockbuster season at the theaters was officially over, but it appears that no one told The Conjuring last rites. Prognosticators guesstimated that the film would pull in roughly $80 million worldwide. The film opened in first place this past weekend, surpassing the predicted amount in the U.S. alone with $83 million and pulled in $187 million worldwide. Good for the third largest opening ever domestically or globally for a horror film. For Warner Brothers, this was their 8th #1 opening of the year and the 7th film in 2025 that has opened with a take of more than $40 million, something no studio has ever achieved, according to Deadline. Hamilton opened in limited release and came in second place with $10 million, and it was more horror as Warner Brothers' Weapons came in third place and now has raked in $143 million in 5 weeks. Freakier Friday and Caught Stealing finished in 4th and 5th place, respectively. If you're looking for a documentary that will make your life look pretty boring, check out AKA Charlie Sheen, a new doc that drops on Netflix this week. The Inside Look is a two-parter that explores his 3 marriages, movie career where his credits include Platoon, Wall Street, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. The 60-year-old Sheen also talks about his various addictions, mental health breakdown in 2011 where he claims to have had tiger blood, and his firing from 2.5 Men for drug use. And Sheen is well aware that anytime you self-promote with a new movie or book, you do need spicy new material. So the actor is now saying he has also had sex with lots of men, and it all started when he was smoking crack. I tip my hat to the producers who somehow managed to cram all that into just 2 parts. AKA Charlie Sheen drops September 10th on Netflix. Video killed the radio star, but it's also responsible for an award show called the Video Music Awards. 2025's big event took place Sunday night. The night's big video star winners were Lady Gaga, who brought home 4 VMAs, including Artist of the Year, and Ariana Grande, who brought home 3 awards and won the prestigious Video of the Year award for her song Brighter Days Ahead. Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away earlier this year at the age of 76, was honored with a performance by Aerosmith and 2 guys I've never heard of, but I'm sure they're very talented. Sabrina Carpenter also took home 3 awards, and Bruno Mars was a 2-time winner. Mariah Carey performed a special medley, and Ricky Martin won the Video Vanguard Award. The good news is, if you missed the broadcast, that means you didn't have to watch it. Kidding aside, if you're interested, check out the highlights for the VMAs online. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Some stellar September weather continues today with mostly sunny skies, high temperatures in the mid-70s. Now, a slow-moving front will inch into the area tonight, and that could lead to a shower or a thunderstorm. A lot of the area stays dry, though, mostly cloudy with a low of 56. Current temperature is 56 degrees.
That's your WMDX Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at mad.radio. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.